Welcome, everyone. I'm delighted that you're all here, and I'm delighted that we have the distinguished panel that we do. We're actually here tonight at Abraham's table, as it's called, to celebrate many, many wonderful friendships, but particularly a long history of friendship between Jews and Muslims. And although current events may lead us to believe that the Jewish and Muslim communities have fractious relationships, this marvelous book, A History of Jewish-Muslim Relations, on sale at a local bookstore, but because you're here, you can get a 20% discount, which is very important. This book, it's 1,100 pages, documents exhaustively the history of Islam and Judaism together from its origins to the present. And I have to say that, by and large, it is a happy history. It has its ups, it has its downs, like I suppose any history would. But one of the things that we at the Jewish Theological Seminary, and I know Peace Islands and many of my Muslim colleagues are determined, is to change the story a little bit, to remind people that Jews and Muslims share many, many common interests, that there are alliances as minority religions in this country that are definitely to our benefit, and that leadership in Islam and in Judaism can help the laity, can help Jews and Muslims in their neighborhoods learn to get along better, to work together, dare I say, love one another, and that is something that not only is commanded by the Torah, but it is, I believe, the wish of Allah as well. I want to introduce our panel. That's what I'm going to do first, and then each of them will have the opportunity to share with you their views on Jewish-Muslim relations. They're also going to share the microphone, so we're trying to set an example of sharing tonight. But the first person I want to introduce is truly our world traveler, Imam Shamsi Ali. My friend Shamsi is really a renowned Muslim scholar and well known in New York City as a public figure. He is the chairman of the Al-Hikmah Mosque in Astoria and the Jamaica Muslim Center in Queens. I have had the privilege of working with Imam Shamsi for many years now. He has spoken in the synagogue at the Jewish Theological Seminary. I have been given the opportunity to speak in 2 different mosques under his leadership. And I have to say that he once invited me to Friday Jumu'ah service, and I spoke in front of 1,000 Muslims, and it was truly one of the great religious experiences of my life. Imam Shamsi really travels the world, giving a message of peace. And we are so grateful that he is here tonight, literally between trips. He just came back from Europe and is soon leaving for Southeast Asia. On Shamsi's right is Professor Jonathan Gribetz. Jonathan is a professor at Rutgers University, holds a doctorate from Columbia University, and is the author of a forthcoming book, Defining Neighbors, Religion, Race, and the Early Zionist Arab Encounter. As you can hear from the title of his book, Jonathan is not afraid to tackle difficult issues. A Jewish historian who has taken the trouble to learn Arabic and read the sources in their original, and I am also proud to say, because we are proud of family, that his wife is at JTS this semester at the Jewish Theological Seminary, on her own right, an extraordinary scholar of ancient Judaism. But we're really, really happy to have you. On my far left, that is to say physically, no political comments here necessarily, is my friend Ibrahim Sayar. I think I can best describe our relationship by my morning cup of coffee. Every morning in my home I have a cup of espresso that I brew. I'm very particular about my coffee, but I drink it out of a Turkish coffee cup that was a gift of my friend Ibrahim. And he gave it to me on a very, very special occasion this summer when the Jewish Theological Seminary co-hosted with the Peace Islands Institute our first ever iftar dinner for the Muslim community. And I think that tells you a great deal about the kind of work we do. that the communities are comfortable with one another. Ibrahim is very, very comfortable coming to JTS, as I am in this space. In fact, a couple of years ago, I came to an iftar dinner here. So we are just delighted. And Ibrahim's work here, this is his house we're in, it's like dropping not even a pebble, a boulder into a pond, because the ripple effect is remarkable. Batting cleanup, and this is, it's very rare that people use sports metaphors for Professor Mark Cohn, but Mark Cohn is an old friend and also a graduate of the Jewish Theological Seminary. He is an emeritus professor. This is something I yearn to be. An emeritus professor. That means he's retired. He is the Chadori Zilcha Professor of Jewish Civilization in the Near East at Princeton University. And he is the author of many, many books, probably the most famous of which is Under Crescent and Cross, The Jews in the Middle Ages. And he was the editor of one of the sections of the book, A History of Jewish-Muslim Relations, which you can get at a 20% discount.
It's in the screen also.
Yes, there you go. You can see it. And I, because I am a good boy trained from my youth to do my homework, I have read the book. It's long and it's rich, and not only rich in words, rich in gorgeous illustrations as well. It's worth buying just for the pictures. But the chapters are, what are there, like over 120 authors in the book? It's just really a prodigious undertaking. It's published here in America by Princeton University Press. The book originally came out in France. It was originally a French version. And Mark tells me it's literally selling, they've already gone into a second printing in France. I guess everybody's buying it for Christmas presents. I don't know what, but there it is. I wanted to start. Each of our speakers is going to speak from 5 to 10 minutes on their take on the issue of the necessity of Muslim-Jewish relations, and we are going to start with Imam Shamsi.